Oh, hello everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. No Undertaker on the show. That's what I was hoping for. Though I did predict that I thought the Undertaker would at least answer John Cena's challenge. Again, sorry for moving the camera. Just now we'll officially set up here for tonight's video here for the Monday Night Raw review here of April 2nd, starting here of April, my birthday month. It's glorious, awesome, fabulous, best month of the year. Gosh darn it, April. And as I speak, I'm sure it's still snowing outside here in Wisconsin. We have a snowstorm. I'm getting 6 to 10 inches in the next 2 to 3 days, or next 24 or 40 hours, cumulatively here in my area. So we're going to get that snow, and that snow probably will still be here on my birth date, which is April 25th, April 25, for those that care or those that will remember. So welcome to Wish Me a Happy Birthday, not now or whatever, on that date, if you are a friend of mine on Facebook, or if you follow the fan page on Facebook, if also you follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast, or my personal Twitter handle at Army_strong_06, or as my friend and co-host over at Talking WWJ, Stephen A. Follow him on Twitter at Stephen A1181. He spells Stephen with PH. He will be there live in New Orleans. I'm still hoping, clinging on hope, that WWE superstar and soon-to-be Hall of Famer, minted Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg, will pull through for me. He did say after a month or two after WrestleMania last year, or it was my fault and messed up, that if he's associated with WWE next WrestleMania, if he's whether in a match or otherwise, back in the company, then he's going to supply me with some tickets. But it doesn't mean he has to, because he doesn't have to do that. So I hopefully would appreciate if he does. And we'll see here in the next few days. I kind of was thinking tonight would be the day, because it was tonight last year when none of the superstars that I sent DMs to that had their DMs opened or followed me back, that would reply. I didn't think I was going to get any reply. I just wanted to, Hail Marys. And on the Go Home Raw, or a little bit after it actually started, or during its start, as the theme was playing, Monday Night Raw theme, show opening, I get the notification on my phone that at Goldberg sent you a DM. And usually on there it shows a little bit of what it is. And you obviously have to click on it to, sign in and read it. Because just like tonight, like last year, I was on my podcast Twitter handle because I live tweet during some shows. Especially you're going to live tweet during a go home show to WrestleMania, to the Super Bowl is, for WWE's equivalent of the Super Bowl. Okay? That's what you're going to do. I'm going to do my job and live tweet during that. So I wasn't on my personal handle, but my personal Twitter handle is linked with my phone, with my personal cellular phone. So with that, I get notifications for DMs, I think DMs, tweets, so DMs and mentions. I have notifications for that because, not only am I lazy, but now especially working and actually earning money, being productive member of the society. I haven't been that since I was in the military. Excuse me, in the Army. But no, we'll see. We'll see if Goldberg says yes or no, because he doesn't have to say yes. He's the superstar. He's a celebrity. I'm the fan. And he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart, supporting military veterans and supporting me as one. Blessing me with the gift of tickets to WrestleMania, as he technically did last year. Doesn't mean he has to do it again this year. That's up to him. So hopefully Bill Goldberg, if you do follow Bill Goldberg on Twitter, again, at Goldberg, welcome to send him out a tweet. Let him know in support of me, and I'm sure he'll send me a DM when he can and let me know what he thinks, or not what he thinks, but if in fact my dream will come true. Especially it would be apropos if it happens this year, because this year I do turn 30 here in 2018, so on April 25th, so 30th birthday. Might as well get started off in the month here of April with getting that great news, with attending WrestleMania, with this and that and all that other fun jazz. But again, I'll hold off. If you're watching live or otherwise, you're welcome to send this video out to him. Send it to him on Twitter, or just send him a regular tweets in support of me. You can mention me as well at Army_strong_06, because that's the one that we contact in DMs. Is my personal Twitter handle, not my podcast handle. So welcome to mention me there on my personal Twitter handle at army_strong_06 and say whatever you want directly to Goldberg in the tweet. And like I said, I'll hear from him soon. Send the video to him, blah blah blah. However, send the masses, send the Stephen army here to help a brother out. But anyways, let's do what we do here tonight, and let's talk about the Monday Night Raw of this episode of Monday Night Raw here. I see in my notes. I did send a link to my team members and my show guest people as well if they wanted to be a part of it. I assume none of them are going to be able to because it is late evening. They just have the 3-hour show of Raw, which was, like I said, good, but school otherwise. Oh, LPH, how you doing?
Doing good. It's been a while since I been in one of those shows.
Yeah, I know it's been a long while since I last heard from you.
So I've been watching Raw,
and
it was a good go home show, guys, for Monday Night Raw at least. And I don't know what they're going to do for John Cena at the Mania, or John Cena had a lot of stuff at the Mania, making that Duke Nukem movie and other stuff, and I really don't know if Undertaker will come to Mania at all. Hell, I don't think Undertaker probably go to SmackDown because most of the time that Undertaker mostly a SmackDown guy since 2003, I think. Yeah, he was traveled to SmackDown around 2003, when I remember, I think. But overall, the Roman Reigns and the Brock Lesnar stuff, it got better. It for the past couple of years with Roman Reigns. I hate WWE booking. That's a key point. WWE booking about Roman Reigns. Yeah, he's the number one quote unquote guy. That's what WWE think. But even a young version of myself could say, yeah, Rock, Austin, Undertaker, all that, they're number one guys, but at least there a bind between who gonna be number one. It always got that bind between the Rock, the Austin, the Triple H, the Undertaker, the Jericho, the Kurt Angle. And the same thing when the World Aggressor era with John Cena, Batista, Randy Orton, and Edge and others. Because right now, it ain't no number one guy, it only Roman Reigns. And because of the whole Brock Lesnar stuff, Brock Lesnar or someone else. For me, yeah, Brock Lesnar been champion for 1 year. Big whoop. He gonna use the belt. The other day, he probably gonna fight in UFC, wherever, and we move on from there. The problem with WWE now, they just shot themselves in the foot because, yeah, Brock Lesnar, the unstoppable force. He gonna use a woman because everyone of them will know that for the past 2 years. The point is, at the Mania, you really need to push new stars. Push Samoa Joe. Push Finn Balor. Push Dean Ambrose for God reason. It doesn't matter who you push. You need a backup plan. If God forbid if Roman or Brock got injured or some freak accident, who plan C or D or whatever? Then look at Seth Rollins. He was injured in some random house show by a simple move. Or look at Finn Balor with the whole union for the title. He had to have for 1 day. We need plan B. And thank God for people like Kevin Owens and others to use that plan B and work through it. it wasn't for Finn Balor being injured, Kevin Owens won't be a champion at best. That World Heavyweight champion. But at the end of the day, after the whole Brock Lesnar bullshit, I don't want to see new faces in the main event. Hell, last year, I surprised a Big Cass. To me, Big Cass could be champion. Not Universal champion, that'd be stupid. He's a good Intercontinental champion.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, after Mania, you need to push new stars. You need to push new faces for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Miz being Intercontinental champion, but I want to see new blood in the Intercontinental champion other than Finn or Seth. That's the key point at the Mania onwards. Raw is good. Mania gonna be 7 hours long. My body will be ready for that. So overall, like this is the BON mode, like the final boss mode and whatnot. It's time for WWE to step up their game and put on a 4-star match. Is it for Mania? That's all I need to say about that.
Yeah, I understand. I echo what you're saying, especially about the new stars. I mean, you know how I feel about Dean Ambrose. To be a big fan of his, would like to see him being up, and he might not be returning until SummerSlam time. Still recovering from his injury, as much as I would love to see him return at WrestleMania or something, helping out the Shield brothers, helping them win their championships, because both of them are in championship matches. Seth Rollins being in the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, and Roman Reigns, of course, main event against Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. So I definitely echo what you're saying about new stars, especially stuff about after WrestleMania. Because remember, after WrestleMania, all the pay-per-views, then henceforth after said WrestleMania, all are co-branded pay-per-view events, which makes me believe that maybe by SummerSlam or maybe even sooner, but at some point, the brand extension is going to end. That's what I was going to say. At some point, whether it's at SummerSlam, whether it's earlier, the brand extension is going to end, and it'll just all be one happy WWE, one mega roster, which would benefit for the cruiserweight division, women's division, and tag team division. In my opinion, most of those divisions, because having them together and being just under one roof and not being separated, in a sense, with the brands, that they can get off and running, especially the cruiserweight division, which I just still say, let them focus over on 205 Live, let that build their own brand there, like Triple H building NXT brand, or the cruiserweight brand for their division, for their type of wrestling style. Let them be that on 205 Live, and in the past couple of weeks, they actually have been a lot better, those episodes and those matches and otherwise. So I think they have that potential, because those superstars in that division are kick-ass, and they are good at what they're doing. And there is a flow to what a cruiserweight match is, and that's just how it is. Some people like it, some people don't. Okay, fine, that's your own personal opinion, and I respect that. But for me, for the cruiserweight division to be something, to be what WWE, I'm sure, wants it to be, have that 205 Live grow even stronger and more stronger and stronger continuously. And it starts at WrestleMania. It starts with the finale of this cruiserweight tournament, for crowning a new cruiserweight champion because of that guy that shall not be named, being fired. That now we have to have a new cruiserweight champion. We're having the finals at WrestleMania. It starts there. Go from there. Make cruiserweight.
And don't forget about the cruiserweight tag team stuff. Like they try to make a tag team belt of the cruiserweight. I mean, WWE try to do that, but yeah, again, WWE gonna die anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, they're also saying about maybe they might be having a design for a tag team women's division. So you never know.
I don't mind to have a tag team women's division.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I don't know if the tag team women's division is going to be Death for Raw or Death for SmackDown. I don't want both. I don't want both versions. Like there could be like the tag team women's division could be a dual brand kind of belt. Like they could fight from like Raw for SmackDown and stuff like that. And if you say that the brand's then going to die by 2 years, He's just lasting longer than that freaking WWE TNA war crap.
That's what I would say. If you're going to have a tag team women's division, you're not going to have that or even think about having that until after the brand extension is over, after you, again, have everything one another. Because then you have the requisite number of women on your roster together again, like I said. Like you even pointed out about should it be Raw or SmackDown. I'm just sitting here thinking, well, you'll wait until the brand extension ends. But, and have all the women in one thing on going to both shows. Then you can have a tag team division or think about it then. Because it's just to be a mess.
Okay, if the brand extension ends this year, that's end this year. It'll then be going back to square one. Like we're gonna have like one like single title, one world heavyweight title, and one women's title, and I'll go back to square one. Like what they tried to do a couple years ago with the WWE title and the world heavyweight title. Make it one, and then for some reason, that make the universal title because the brand extension. I don't like the big red belt because it just it's the WWE title but red, but the idea was they're gonna have the universal title on SmackDown. But then he probably messed something up, so they put on one, and you already know the rest of the story. So if we have a Yard match or a quote-unquote tournament or whatever to have the undisputed champion for the 5th time or so, if the brand extension like 100% ends, I feel like you don't waste all that money for the union for the title, 2 new women's champions, and that was money. Because like if you build like a Raw version or a SmackDown version, and all of a sudden I don't feel like the band is something not working, we shut it down, and the next day all the belt reunite as one. I hate business sometimes.
Mm-hmm. People, let's go down, or let's start with the start of the show with face-to-face that was being promoted. People were able to ask questions and this and that for this face-to-face between Triple H and Stephanie McMahon and Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey, the 2 teams that will be facing off the mixed tag match at WrestleMania. I guess just simply to ask you what you think of the segment and Stephanie McMahon doing whatever that move was to hurt Ronda Rousey to the table.
Unfortunately, I didn't see the ending after the table bump because we're giving me some batteries for something.
Okay.
So I cannot talk about that as much.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was actually kind of interesting, especially the back and forth between Triple H and Kurt Angle specifically, and the fact that they only got to like a couple of questions from the audience or from the WWE universe. Batting questions there. But then Stephanie with that, it looked kind of awkward to me what Stephanie was doing. I was actually watching more Triple H behind there. It seemed like he was like in spirit doing the move himself, like, mechanic, whatever. You just look at him behind there if you rewatch it or whatever. I'll watch the clip on WWE YouTube channel because I'm sure it's going to be sitting there.
Okay. Now, you know what the crazy part about this? This is the first WrestleMania match that Stephanie McMahon goes right on. Because for many years, Stephanie McMahon are going to be out on ringside or in the appearance or cameo, but never fought at Mania. Same fought at Mania, very fought at Mania. So this is the first time Stephanie McMahon fought in Mania. And that's crazy. So you have that balance between Ronda Rousey, who don't know the basics of WWE one-on-one wrestling, Stephanie McMahon, who last match it was like 2 years ago, I think, against Nikki Bella or someone. Or Brie, I don't remember the rivalry, and I don't want to relive that again. And this is like stuff for WrestleMania. Korenko wrestled since the triple threat match against Rey Mysterio and Randy Orton. Yeah. That bit the first WrestleMania he fought since then. Ooh.
And then here we had Bayley defeating Sonya Deville, and then after the match, Sasha Banks coming in to help Bayley a little bit. Then you had Absolution attacking both Bayley and Sasha Banks. Of course, I really have enjoyed Absolution since their debut here with the main roster with the return of Paige. Yes, unfortunately, Paige is not able to be wrestling. I don't think she will be wrestling ever again. Back in the WWE ring or ring period. I think at some point she'll have to announce her retirement. I think they're just holding that off until after WrestleMania, let alone whenever Paige feels best to bring that up. But either way, still awesome. I really, like I've been saying in my shows in the past, with Mandy Rose being the first one eliminated in the Women's Royal Rumble, first one eliminated in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match, her and Sonya Deville, both of them, of course. That was unfortunate. I mean, it is what it is, but still, I was hoping for them to have a better showing in that light. But Bayley defeating Sonya Deville in the 1-on-1 contest from earlier this evening. Also, we had Seth Rollins defeating Finn Balor in that match. Braun Strowman kind of pretty much coming out as himself. I do like that they are holding off us finding out who Braun Strowman's taking partner is going to be for the Raw.
I would have that match to be a handicap match just because. But to be honest, I was laughing, the Braun thing because I get a flashback of TNA wrestling with Abyss and the Jurassic Park stuff and like WWE. Like I laugh it because it's so stupid and yet it entertains me at the same time. But it is not a one-off compared to what the hell they're doing in TNA like half of the time. But yeah, again, the whole Abyss storyline timeline is more continuity than the Undertaker backstory.
Yeah.
But overall, I like this segment more or less. It doesn't make me laugh once in a while, but kind of a good laugh.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to find out whoever this take the partner is. I know I'm going to be talking about this on Thursday on the actual podcast show, Steve's Wrestling Ramble, in this channel about, of course, not just predicting the match, but and predicting who we think, who I think and others think who's going to be the take the partner for Braun Strowman. I still stay steadfast that I do think actually it's going to be Big Show. And I actually heard earlier today that Big Show did re-sign a multi-year deal with WWE. Now, whether that actually means he is going to be back in the ring at any point, or so often, or how often, or this and that, what it really is.
I really don't know. Yeah. I could think of Big Show. I could think it could be Elias, but what you say about Big Show signing a multi-contract deal? I don't know if he going to be still wrestling or he going to work behind the scenes. Like Mark Henry doing right now.
Right. Well, I was actually just kind of surprised that hearing that he did sign a multi-year deal. Like I was thinking that he's just going to retire. He's going to go into the Hall of Fame next year or year after that or whenever. And
I just was doing the 20th anniversary of being in WWE.
Yeah, and Big Show, from the guy that he is, being the Big Show, being that draw that we can use him, and him being a spokesperson for WWE, sure doesn't have a problem with doing that and not having to be in so many matches, grind on your body anymore. He's gotten to that point being a veteran in the locker room, veteran superstar, that if he wants to have his deal worked out in a different way where he doesn't have so many matches per year or this and that, and having to do the house shows and however he wants his contract to be written, that then, he like I said, he's gotten to that point. He's gotten to that point in his career that he can do those things. So good for him. Anyways, moving right along here with Monday Night Raw review. Woken Matt Hardy defeating Goldust in one-on-one competition. For the match, Goldust cutting a promo about honoring Andre the Giant and winning the Battle Royal, kind of announcing that he's going to be in the said match. So I guess that's cool. And both those superstars, of course, Mocha Matt Hardy in, Goldust will be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Also, for those that don't know yet, and I guess I'll share this, even though on Thursday I will be sharing my booking of the whole show of WrestleMania. From the first match of the pre-show to the main event on the main card, I'm going to book out and plan out all the matches in order. But it's already been known of what the 3 matches in the pre-show will be. I guess it's only going to be 3 matches, maybe a 4th, who knows. But right now it's 3. It's the Cruiserweight Championship Finals. It's the Women's WrestleMania Battle Royal, and it's also the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'll get over it, but I'm a little surprised with that they don't have the Women's Battle Royal on the main card. I thought that with the Women's Evolution and the first time ever, and this starting a new tradition for the women having this Battle Royal, next year I think they're going to have somebody being memorialized. They messed up with trying to have Fabulous Moolah on there, and good thing that changed. But next year I'm hoping like Miss Elizabeth or something, have somebody else memorialized.
Sorry. You know what? You could name it after like someone like most everyone care about WWE. Like I don't know, like Sherry or Miss Elizabeth. I suppose she's not in the Hall of Fame. Or someone like not even dead, like Chris or Lita or anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could name it after Chris, like Vince McMahon's mother. And she's not even in the wrestling business.
Or after Vince's wife, she's still alive. Might as well honor her. Linda McMahon. But no, that certainly would be interesting. I mean, I don't really mind or matter which past superstar. I mean, heck, Mae Young, they had the Mae Young Classic tournament for the women's first over, so you could have the Memorial Battle Royal in her honor. I certainly want.
No, I don't want WWE to double dip on the same person. It has to be someone different. Like I don't mind the Dusty World Classic. I don't mind the Andre Battle Royal. Like for me, in the wrestling world, you have to honor people for this and that. Like you could name someone like a tournament, like the Guerrero tournament based on A Guerrero, and you have all these different Lucha Libre wrestlers to fight for win a trophy because the A Guerrero family legacy. It'd be given a trophy by Vicky and Chavo and other stuff, or you could have the Marshall Man 5-star Classic, and you have a tournament, and the winner will be the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental title. Hence the name the Marshall Man 5-star Classic, because like him and Steamboat have 5-star match in WrestleMania 3 for the IC title. Like you could have different tournaments like with different names. The point is like you have to honor the legacy. Like you cannot name a tournament from you cannot name a tournament based on Chris Benoit after the stuff he did, or a tournament based on the person who did carnivores and stuff in the world wrestling. Like I don't know, Michael Elgin or someone. The point is like you need to honor that person. They're all right and did something great. Moolah, she did some crazy stuff. I cannot do by it's your channel. I could do what heck I want on my channel. But the point is, for me, yeah, WWE cool with Moolah, but Moolah did not redeem herself for on no one respect. And the same thing with Hulk Hogan. I'm not saying Hulk Hogan is racist or none of that stuff, even though I'm black. I gotta keep on telling myself this. Hulk Hogan, idiot. He said stupid shit after, his personal life falling apart from the divorce, from that car accident, and from that stupid sex tape from a decade ago.
Mm.
And all of a sudden, Hulk Hogan wanted to go back to the WWE because reasons.
Yeah, well, I hope. I mean, I know I've been hearing people rumoring that he might even be there at WrestleMania. So who knows? We'll see. But moving right along here, talking about Monday Night Raw, John Cena trying to summon The Undertaker one last time, provoke him, get an answer from him. We don't get anything. We will have to wait for WrestleMania for that to happen because we do. I still think that we're going to have a match. I think it's still obvious. But however, they're going to actually get to that point. Who knows? But it's certainly going to be interesting for
You know
sure.
what? I'm going to make the board put this way.
All right.
I bet that Undertaker to come on over tomorrow on SmackDown because SmackDown is his show most of the time. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And he will accept John Cena's fight on SmackDown. Not Raw, on SmackDown. And it don't have to and it don't have to be like Dead Man Taker. He could be riding around a motorcycle or walking with Michelle McCool's team and all I care. The point is, you're not gonna face the Dead Man. You're not gonna face some guy named Mark at this point. And if you don't like it, then F you then. Move on. If John Cena wanna fight someone, go fight The Rock again for the third time. Or go to Japan and actor who go be Okada, quote unquote. John Cena probably jump ship from America to Japan to have a WWE crossover in New Japan and say, you know what? I don't want to be Okada for the what's the called title. Or whatever. I can put fantasy broken at this point because at this point in John Cena's career, he part-time. He probably doing more movies than he should, like The Rock, because after the Scorpion King kickoff, it basically Hollywood Rock. After whatever movie John Cena started with, it's The Rock. Again, but Piper did Deal Live and all the other B to C level movies. What does The Rock did, or what the Batista did? Like, remember the OVW cast of 2002, Brock leave, Cena part time, Batista making that Marvel money at this point, and you have Randy Orton, who's still full time, who is your U.S. champion, who is your Grand Slam champion, and I thank God for that. At this point, what's left for Randy Orton going to do? In fact, what's left for anyone going to do? And from that era, Batista probably had one more one if he had any free time after the Avengers movie and the Guardians movie. He could retire after one more one. I think that he broken on Batista's comeback anyway. He should have been a heel and should have been grabbing the title by any means necessary, not the other way around. Like, if I want to face Batista, I get face Batista, but not that. And that's how we got Batista. Because stupid booking like that.
Yep. All right. Yep. Moving right along, Elias defeating Heath Slater one-on-one. Also in tag team action in the women's division, Asuka and Dana Brooke defeating Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss and her gal pal Mickie James. At the end, we see Nia Jax kind of running off Bliss and James there, setting up, or looking forward to their Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss facing Nia Jax one-on-one. And then, of course, with the main event with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns confrontation.
Okay. Before we talk about the main event, I want to talk about tomorrow for Asuka fighting for the mismatch times.
Mm-hmm.
No, the mismatch times, the finals is Asuka and The Miz versus Charlotte and Bobby Roode. Now, since Charlotte and Asuka go fight on Sunday, This will probably be the closest thing for a preview for that match. So, they want Asuka to be undefeated from that whole mismatch challenge stuff. Okay. I just got the mismatch challenge. It was good, it was fun, and it probably got the best entertainment thing happening in WWE in the past couple of weeks. So, I want to know, will Shark get pinned or tapped out in the mid-match challenge, or Bobby Roode need to take the loss? Too bad they want to say that for Mania.
Yeah, well, if it goes to Bobby Roode, I wouldn't have Bobby Roode losing. So that's the hard part, because they have had said with Asuka that her streak is on the line with the Mixed Match Challenge, when in the end it shouldn't be, because to me, the Mixed Match Challenge is just like this fun side project, almost like it was a WWE Network TV show where they get to be themselves, and I totally kayfabe in that sense. So, for them bringing that up and almost sharing damn tease that The Miz and Oscar are going to be winning this thing. So I guess maybe you have Bobby Roode being the one to have to eat the pin, which then helps with The Miz, which is, heading into WrestleMania for his title match. He's defending a championship. Roode is trying to regain a championship on his end on SmackDown Live. Then you have maybe a little interaction between Oscar and Charlotte. I don't know. But it's certainly going to be interesting tomorrow night to see how that all goes on for the Mixed Match Challenge. But like I said, we got to wrap this Raw review up here shortly. But let's talk about the main event. What are your thoughts on everything that went down? Paul Heyman promo, superstars there trying to stop Roman Reigns, and then everything in between all the way to the end with Brock leaving Roman looking up at the ceiling.
You know what? I'm done of the whole Brock Lesnar Super City bullshit. I am done of Roman Reigns saying, I beat The Undertaker, I beat this, I beat that. I am done. I see this match coming like 20 miles away from space and time. We all know Roman will be champion, and we all know what's going to happen next. We move on. To me, I know the story, but I'm not going to let that one match could ruin WrestleMania for me. Everyone and their mother keep on saying, I'm not going to watch Mania because that's the main event. But let me tell you something. I'm going to tell everyone something. I did the math. I did the math in my head for a past couple of weeks. 9 times out of 10 since 2003. Only 2 or arguably 3 main events for SmackDown, for Mania. That is the Triple H and the Triple H and trying to think. Yes, so the point is like mostly every main event from Monday Night Raw for every Mania, it basically goes like this. You have Chris Benoit versus Triple H and Shawn Michaels. That's the main event for 20. And that's from the Raw pay-per-view. 19, it was Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. That's SmackDown. Now, 21, it Batista versus Triple H. 22, it was John Cena and Triple H. 23, it was Shawn Michaels and Cena. You see the path?
Mm-hmm.
They did not win the Royal Rumble. Rey Mysterio won the Royal Rumble, Taker won the Royal Rumble, and someone else won the Royal Rumble. I don't remember. And then just go on. 24, Edge for The Undertaker because it's The Undertaker and the Street. 25, we're going back to Triple H and Randy Orton. And that basically SmackDown to an extent, but during that time the brand probably dead. 27, going back to 26 is basically Shawn Michaels for The Undertaker. Again, because of the Street. And the rest it go like this. Cena versus Miz. It for the Raw quote-unquote championship. At this point, the brand decision is basically there at this point. Next year, Rock and John Cena. And the year after that, Rock and John Cena 2. I still call bullshit on that because it's about a triple threat or it's about CM Punk. He could use the Cena either way. Next is Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton and Batista. And then you have freaking Seth Rollins and hijack the main event. Then you have Triple H and Roman. Then you have Undertaker and Roman. And now you have Brock Lesnar and Roman too. 9 times out of 10, it's mostly Raw. Don't say, oh, because Roman Reigns, he's his favorite boy. No. Not only that, because Monday Night Raw is the #1 show. They want to think that. So Raw is always the main event. Minus with some Undertaker stuff, minus with some Triple H stuff because he manages the freaking company half of the time. The end of the day, you probably had like 2 matches out of all the names I named. It mostly like main event SmackDown for Mania because the wrestlers' names. Everything else is Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Raw, Monday Night freaking Raw. You don't see a SmackDown main event. Out the main event but end with the out the main event. Stupid echo. Out the main event ending on Monday Night Raw or anywhere Mcmahon. Overall, I don't blame the booking for Roman Brock because at this point I get tired of Roman Brock. That Roman will be champion so we can move on to have a champion on Raw once more. But also, if WrestleMania do this crap again for WrestleMania 35, if someone from Raw main event Mania and not SmackDown, I call bullshit. Anyone from Raw. I don't care Asuka could main event on Raw for next year Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end of the day, by law, if mains are over in the show. Not SmackDown, only Raw. And that's the end of the story. That's the whole story. Because you got Survivor Series, you got SummerSlam, you got the Royal Rumble half of the time. Before they even the Royal Rumble, at the end of the day, it always ended on the Raw show. Before the match or after. At the end of the day, it's basically Monday Night Raw. And fuck on the Monday Night Raw pay-per-view. That's why most I want to keep on saying it's the A show.
For sure. And they always bring it up that way, for sure. But for Monday Night Raw tonight, it certainly said that thought it was a pretty good show. If I voted my own Raws to pull, I probably would say that it was good. Not great. Certainly not terrible. I just thought it was simply good. So people are welcome to vote there, retweet it to share to others, and this and that. Like I said, I sent the message to Bill Goldberg early in this video. So people are welcome to send the video out to him. Hopefully he sees it. I'm sure he's busy also, getting ready for WrestleMania. He's obviously have his speech to prepare for the Hall of Fame. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching that, whether they're in person or here at home, comfort of my own home. So either way, but I thank LPH being here for tonight for the Raw review. Tomorrow, I'll be back for the SmackDown Live review. Then I will be doing the video for Steve's Wrestling Rumble, my podcast episode on Thursday night, 7 or 8 p.m. Central and 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern, starting there. Go about how long as we need to go. And as many guests as we have, also will dictate how long we go with all the other talking heads, smart people we have here. LPH and others will be part of it. And certainly looking forward to it. So before we get out of here, I'll let LPH share where he is found on social media and otherwise, and let people know all of that.
Okay. You could follow me on Twitter at El Priest is Good. You can find me on Instagram at El Priest is Good. You can find me on YouTube at Mr. El Priest is Good, or type in El Priest is Good on your YouTube search bar. I will do a WrestleMania review in 2 in the morning because my body is psychotic that way. And I will be in Manhattan for the opening of the Avengers Infinity War on oh damn it, where is the ticket thing? On damn it, I forgot what deal I meant about that. Oh yeah, at IMAX in IMAX deal, I think what MMC at Times Square. I will be there like wrong or probably 8 or 9 o'clock or 9:30. The show is for me goes start around 10 p.m. because it's the 10th anniversary of the Marvel Cinematic Universe begins. And Infinity War is probably one of the big Marvel movies that everyone hyped for. For God's sake, I even bought this. Wait? God damn it. I bought the Infinity Gauntlet.
Alright. People are welcome to follow me.
Don't check my trail. You will see the Infinity Gauntlet. I will bring that bad boy from there.
Alright. Follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast. Also, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out my secondary YouTube channel as well. Animated awesomeness. So I thank everybody that watched live, those that will be watching archived, and otherwise, let me know what you think or thought of this Monday Night RAW in the comment section below. And like I said, tweet out to Goldberg. Really appreciate it as well. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And above all else, as always, thank you.